I think from that very mindset itself, if you are applying for higher educations, my request to everyone would be to be mindful of the rules and regulations that are there.
Very first thing, because I think this it should be useful for students or for candidates who are applying to IIMB.
Yep.
Everybody who might apply for higher education will have certain concerns, certain hesitation. Perhaps you also had them. But when you first interacted with the ODI,
Yep.
how was your experience?
I'll take a slight divergent here. So even before ODI, while I was applying for the Common Admission Terms CAT, there are certain accommodations that can be provided to a student. So there are certain forms that need to be filled up. So I think from that very mindset itself, if you are applying for higher educations, my request to everyone would be to be mindful of the rules and regulations that are there, because then you can have accommodations that can be of extra time. Maybe somebody can have a braille or a scribe reader, somebody can be assisted with the locomotion. So I was very clear that there would be some support that would be provided. But as soon as I got in touch with the campus, on a personalized basis, an assessment was made, which was very thorough, very professional. And it came, and my assessment revealed that probably I would need some help in the classrooms, and for which the recommendation was that probably an external device like an iPad would be very helpful. It was pretty quick. I think within 2 weeks, the iPad was with me, and it helped me on two things. Number one, it helped me to see what was written on the whiteboard, which was much easier for me during quantitative classes. And secondly, I used to get all the advanced material for the classes before the session. So while the professor was explaining, I could just go through the slides, and it was much easier than viewing the projector. A funny anecdote is my friends always used to make fun that you play Temple Run on iPad and you don't study in classrooms. But credit goes to IIM Bangalore for the speed of execution in understanding what I needed and then providing it to me.
Yeah, I do remember that, Aditya, because I was the chairperson at that time for ODI, that you came up with that solution.
I explained what I needed, and the office was very open in seeing if it were reasonable accommodations. But I was impressed by the speed of execution, and I think I was the first person, at least to my best memory, that had an iPad or something like an external device, which could be used in classrooms to view something at the distance.
Mhm.
Hopefully, the practice would have continued, and things would have been better.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there are technological solutions now beyond that. But yes, glad that you got that in time. How was the experience, your learning experience in classroom, in your classes, helped by the ODI's presence?
When we joined the campus, there was too much going at the same time. Of course, you have a lot of courses that you need to take, plus you have to participate in extracurricular activities, plus resume preparations. But I think what helped me was, at least in terms of provision of the materials in time, the classrooms, it was made accessible to me with an iPad. During examinations also, I was provided extra time to complete as a compensatory natures. So for student, with regards to in classroom experience, in examination experience, on both those counts, I was provided with enough facilities to give my best shot. And this actually helped me provide a level playing field with all other students. I initially felt disadvantaged, but after having those accommodations in place, it felt I was empowered and equipped enough to handle any examination. So the confidence it gave me in terms of the facilities and accommodations was really remarkable.
Nice, so nice. I'm so glad to hear that. That that's what we would really want. But though I'm hearing you say that you got everything, I'm sure there must be something that you still needed. And were there any challenges? Was there something that ODI could have done more than what it was doing?
Okay. I think I was pretty satisfied in my overall need for accommodations. I think initially, and it's a matter of trust and transparency that you need to build with professors and with your fellow batchmates. I think that took some time, maybe like a month, because you need to be very expressive in terms of what do you need, and still not be very hesitant about. I mean, what I realized is, with more calm and with calm and composure, if I were able to express what I needed, people would actually go out of the way and help it. For a few weeks, I kept it to my system that probably I should not ask for accommodations. What would the other person think? Will this be provided to me? Will I be judged? I think in the first 3 4 weeks, this did come as one of the mental blocks, at least for me and maybe for a few others as well. But after having, I would say, an environment of trust and transparency, I think it was a smooth ride from there. So, my advice to anyone who is shying away from requesting for accommodations, I think just go ahead and say it and see the magic happens. People will actually try and help out in the best possible way.
Yeah, that's a very important thing that you're saying, Aditya, because even in our experience over here, maybe less now, but earlier students would hesitate to ask. There were students who had never got any accommodations, so they didn't even know that they could get accommodations. But I think the presence of ODI has sort of maybe changed that for students. In fact, maybe now they take it for granted. But that's fine because this is our duty to do that. We are happy that they can take us for granted, on that dimension. So that's nice that what you're saying is because that's what I was saying earlier. We would want our students to feel empowered enough
Yes.
and not hesitant to ask for accommodations. And I think that should carry on with you, not just at the institute but beyond. So my question to you then is that having gone through this experience over here, did it in any way help you sort of be an advocate for yourself more freely at work, at your professional life? And has it helped you in any way?
So I was the student representative for 2 years for for around 20 plus students. So it laid down the foundation for me to not only express what I needed, but what my other batchmates with disabilities needed to be. And when I was interviewing for companies, I was very clear in terms of expressing what I needed. And I also used to back up saying that this is what I need, but the performance is always on me. It was a very good, transparent, and more confident way of approaching the companies. And I got placed through campus. I got placed in one of the leadership programs. After that, I also worked with consulting companies. But the confidence that I gained in those 2 years of handling cases with disabilities, expressing and then proving your worth, I think that stayed with me. In fact, if I were to tell right now, I am doing a project which is specifically in disability inclusion for one of the global giants. So I never realized that me being a student would
Mm.
actually help me become a consultant within disability inclusion work. So life has always, I think it has come a full circle for me, and I'm getting paid for it. So it's even better. But I think the foundation and the groundwork was already laid here. So I'm very grateful to the institute for providing me with that opportunity that I could carry on in my professional life.
So good to hear that. In fact, what you're saying, a few other students have also told us this, that because became sort of the sense of empowerment was there, they actually took it to the organizations, and along with their main role, they actually became, the champions for taking that organization from wherever they were in inclusion to a next level. That's wonderful to
I'll
hear.
just add one more point to it. So we always think that disability inclusion is more like an isolated journey. But coming at campus, you tend to interact with almost three batches: one batch senior to you, your current batch, and your junior batch. And in those batches, you tend to interact with much more people. And we have Stars of IMB group that provides a community for persons with disabilities to interact, share any inhibitions that they have, and more importantly, provide a networking opportunity, a community where they can express and get answers to. So I think what we should always have friends, we should always have a network that can support each other. And if somebody is going through a particular tough time, or they're facing any limitations, it's always good to reach out. So my advice that I also give to myself, if I feel stuck, reach out to your batchmates, reach out to your professors, reach out to your seniors, reach out to your juniors, reach out to your alums, reach out to government in case you need it. But the idea is, more you express yourself, the chances are that you would overcome that limitations much faster than you think.
Definitely, because disability is not about being disabled. It's about having the right, uh, you know, accommodations to come over that disability. So yes,
Absolutely.
definitely. Really nice, Aditya, that we were able to do this today. Yeah, thanks to you. You put in a lot of effort to put this together. This, I think, is a different kind of a segment where we did it together rather than just the students. So thank you very much.
It's always good to come to campus, interact with professors. My message, at least from a former student, now an alumnus, an advocate for diversity and inclusion, is that reach out to people, speak up. There is help available out there. If you are planning for higher studies, you can always reach out. There are contact pages even for IIM Bangalore. Anyone who wants to reach out to the team at IIM Bangalore. In the best way possible, the team would try to reach out and reply to your queries and provide a reasonable accommodation on a best effort basis. So my wish is that if we can fix the environment, the flower will blossom automatically.
Definitely.
So thank you so much, and hope we continue to keep building the momentum and keep on having these episodes as we go along. Thank you, Professor, for being part
Thanks,
of the
Aditya.
series.